Hello and welcome back. So somebody asked me in a comment how I would do something like this for a shower base. Now this is a product, it's called Go Back Board. They asked about it. I've never used it before. I've heard about it. I've seen videos of it and I've asked some reps. It's just like a kerdi board and prova board and weldi board. So what I would do is when you got your shower out, this is on concrete, he was asking. When you got your shower out, you see that black, just pretend that's the studs. So you're going to get the perimeter and cut exactly the perimeter from stud to stud, from back to front, but leave 1 inch from the opening in. Because the reason why is by the time you put your curb, you're going to dress it with kerdi. So just get your drain, what selection your drain, center everything, cut the drain out first, and put it on the concrete, mark that with a marker, pull out that board, that go back board, and then cut that picture frame. Don't cut it out, the 2 inch all the way through. Just cut it out like a picture frame. And when the time comes, you can cut that X out. Use a utility knife. Don't use a jigsaw or anything. This does break pretty easy. So remember, don't cut the 2 inch board through and through, because that will be sitting on your first course of go back board. Now you're going to glue the first course and that picture frame using Ultra Flex 2 or all set mortar. So just give me a second here. Just like that, guys. That's going to be your floor plan. This is almost like a kerdi. Instead of me using a cement base, you can do it this way as well. I wouldn't try with kerdi board or prova or weldi board. I do this with the go back board. It seems like it's a little more dense. So you don't want to take out your existing tile. Pretend this is your existing tile. And you're going to leave that, and all you want to concentrate is on your shower. So get your go back board and cut from the distance from the side wall into the front. Remember, leave 1 inch from the opening in. And you're also going to cut for your curb. So just do the 2 inch band around. Pick your highest spot. Use the Ultra Flex 2 to glue it down. You might have to use a little bit more to make it level. Put your level across the back first, then the side walls with the go back board, and then one across. Make sure everything, the whole perimeter is nice and level. So pretend this here is my go back board. And the next day, this would be my next day. So I'm just figuring out what I can do. What height I want to pick for my curb. Remember, don't start your go back board on the walls. Just concentrate on the floor right now. That, by the way, would be back in an inch, guys. I'm just showing you an example. So you need to, because you need to tuck your kerdi and your curb face of your tile. So it can wrap around the curb. You can use tile ledge to dress it, by the way. So, or you could do 45s. It's totally up to you. So I'm just seeing, he wanted a low profile. So that's a decision you're going to have to make. You do need to concentrate on putting, after the picture frame, to put maybe 1 or 2 more boards just on the front of the curb, just to see the height that you want. Because you are using a curtain, you're not using glass. So you need at least an allowance of 3/4 of an inch to an inch drop from the curb on the inside. So just give me 1 second and I'll get my camera a little bit closer and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. You see that bubble, how it's got a good dip in it? So I'm going to use, you can use I've used prova drains. I've used kerdi drains. I always use kerdi a little bit more. So you're going to buy one of those kits or whatever kit they have. And that's what it looks like. So what we do is cut out 4.5 or 5 inch on a wood floor. So usually for my low profiles, I would go up about, say, 1/4 inch or 3/8 off a floor using spacers or Ditra. But because you're on concrete, you're opening, you're going to redirect your drain, and you wanted to go center. So when your plumber does all that, he's going to center everything. That's why you put that cut in that go back board, and then you mark it on your floor first. So let me get the camera here. So pretend that flange is facing up, by the way. You see how you have a pretty good dip there? And you see that my first course of go back board, the 2-inch, would be leveled. And my picture frame would sit on that. And that would be, and then what you do is you use your Ultraflex 2. You're going to have to play with it, more cement around the perimeter and less towards the flange. Make it wet and back butter your board, each panel, the cutout panels. And you want to have it flush with that picture frame when you're tilting everything down. And that'll give you a beautiful slope and leveled. Just like that. That would be your picture frame, that second course, guys. One piece just sits on that. Afterwards, don't put the panels in yet. Wait till you finish doing your walls next. Your plumbing on the walls, your faucet, and then you're prepping up your walls first. Don't use those spacers, okay? You want to go tight to the concrete. That's what those spacers are for the flange to raise it up a little bit. So you're going to want that flange right to the concrete. Remember that. Before you, when your plumbing's done, make sure that you have that full of cement. Fill up that gap in that hole. Pretend that's the going up, but it's opposite because I can't get it. There's no. This is a acrylic base. Say that prova is the sealer they want you to use. Now, on that second picture frame, when you're putting your wall, just put a little bead on the end of the boards, in the corners, on the ends, and just use that for extra protection, for sealant. And then screw your boards down. So your first course, you know, like I said, the perimeter, make everything level. You don't have to use that Ditra trowel. That's just an example. I would use a 1/4 notch trowel, and you might have to put more cement. Always back butter your board, okay, guys? And then just lay a long ways, 1 inch from that opening, and then the side walls touching all the studs. The 2-inch board all the way. That'll be your first. And use your level as you go along, pressing. Make sure you're level. If it's not level, pick it up a little bit more. Put more cement. So when everything is all prepped up, then you're going to want to do that cutout for your floor when your walls are all set and everything. I rather use the kerdi band. The reason why I would use the kerdi band is because I'm not really certain about sealant. I'm still a little skeptical about it because of expansion and contraction with cold and hot weather. Kerdi always wants you to use the kerdi band and no sealant unless it's a kerdi fix. But the kerdi fix I won't use either. I'll only use it sometimes around the perimeter of low profile or curbless shower. But I would do all of my seams, the corners, every seam that you see. Now, if you want to put the sealant caulking around all your screws for your go back board, then I think that would be okay. The 2-inch, I would cut them a 2-inch and then cover it with the cement. Now you're using Ultraflex 2 for your tiles and everything, so that's all you're basically using is that Ultraflex 2 cement. So on the front face, I would probably put another board to make or 2 boards, make it 3 boards, whatever, to make the curb. And you're gonna just put a little bit of sealer when you're done curdying everything. Make sure you fold on the top and overlap it, and then go to your onto your shower base of the go board. So you need about a 2-inch overlap on the wall and around the perimeter of the floor. I would grab 2 kerdi corners and put them in the corner, and then seam up your corners too. Thank you, and I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please ask.